Good morning. I have had a lot of people ask about my extended sawmill. This is an LT70 walk-along mill that has been extended out to 56 foot long. This is the original mill frame. Right here at this joint is where the 24-foot extension starts. It goes out over here. I've added hydraulic functions on all of the 24-foot extension. There's toe board hydraulics, log clamp, LT40 style turner, claw turner, all with hydraulic functions. Side supports are hydraulic. It only has the two side supports because I didn't figure I needed the ones in the middle on the long log. And the other toe board roller, well, needless to say, this one used to be up on the mill because of all the oversized logs. It kind of got beat to death, so I just stuck it back here because I don't need it to roll. I just needed to raise the tail end of the log up. This is where the 12-foot extension got added on. The rail was 3/4 of an inch short and it wasn't drilled, so I had to drill it, add a piece of round stock, and then I put a 1/2-inch bolt with the head cut off through all of it to hold everything in place. I don't use any of the toe board rollers or the side supports on this or the clamp. When I was bringing the mill home from the last main job site where it used to make all of its living at, or my living, the hardwood sawdust had ate all the little plates where it was bolted on, and when I blew a tire, it decided to rip the axle slap out from underneath the mill. Well, you need that axle to help support the mill frame if you don't have it bolted down. So when I ripped the axle out, rather than replace everything, I just poured a concrete pad and we bolted it down. The hydraulic lines from all these extension functions, I run them up through the frame to this point at the junction. Wasn't sure how long I needed them, so I added a little extra length and we just made us a figure 8 and tied it up out of the way. And then I tied them up underneath the frame here. That electric wiring used to go to the log deck that sat in front of it. Don't use it anymore. I had a couple of extra jacks because of the oversized logs I was dealing with. I needed extra support. Yes, that poor table has been beat to death. But those hydraulic lines from the extension come up here and they connect this valve bank. Now the mill's hydraulics you've got the clamp in and out, up and down, side supports, log turner chain coming up, chain function, front toe board roller, rear toe board roller, and this operates either the log deck or the log loader. That toggle switch was for the log deck. So when I added these hydraulic functions back here for the extension, I just put them in a mirror image. This one is for the log clamp in and out. This is for the clamp up and down. This is for the claw turner, side supports, front toe board roller, rear toe board roller. I'm going to operate the functions and let you guys watch what happens back there. It was 28 degrees this morning, so hydraulics are a little bit slow. We're getting some juice going to them. That's warming up a little bit now. I don't know if you can even see them. Let me zoom in a little bit. Might be zoomed in all the way already. There's your side supports coming up. Toe board rollers. And of course, all of this operates on the mill. Now, one of the things I'd like to point out to you, this sawmill come from the factory with a 62 horse Caterpillar engine on it. At 4,200 hours, that mill dropped a valve in number 4 hole. And at that time, I'd been in that engine 5 times. I went through 3 head gaskets, front main seal once, and rear main seal once. Not that the seals was necessarily getting into the engine. However, Caterpillar did all the head gaskets themselves under warranty. 4,200 hours, it drops a valve. Caterpillar said it wasn't really worth rebuilding, and that was the first thing I agreed with them on it. So I talked to WoodMizer. We put 55 horse Yanmar on it. That 55 horse Yanmar has got almost 10,000 hours on it. I had to put 1 front main seal in it. Still runs great, still cuts great. She is getting a little tired, a little long in the tooth, but that's okay because she still produces good lumber. I'm going to show you a little bit of wear, what happens on a piece of equipment when you work it. There is the wear on the side supports. That flat spot is over right at 1 inch wide, flat face. You can no longer use the side supports to make sure your timbers are square. Whenever you're doing timber frame house type timbers, you got to really use your Kentucky windage, know how to run the mill. And there's times you even got to use a square. A lot of times we end up making shim cuts on our timber frame timbers because of the wear on this mill, but she still produces quality timbers. This top rail, if you look, is worn. There's over a 1/2 inch of flat on top of that top rail. That carriage has been up and down this mill many a time, but she still runs. She still cuts good lumber. I'd stack this mill up against any mill out there in this caliber as far as producing quality lumber. Lots of parts have been replaced, lots of parts have been redone. I've added these little brackets for helping dragging the long boards off. You can see how the corners are worn on the drag backs from the number of times it's been drug over the top of a board or the top of a log. Anyway, hopefully that answers some of the questions about this long extended mill and how I added the hydraulics. WoodMizer added all the functions, and then I added the lines. So that was all that was needed, was the lines for me. I had pretty good contact at WoodMizer that helped me out with this. If it wasn't for him, I don't know if I would have been able to get it. Since we did it, WoodMizer has been down and showed a couple of different outfits this mill and let them come and look at it. WoodMizer compensated me for my time and treated me more than fair. They was able to sell some extensions with hydraulics, and I've coached some other individuals that have done some similar stuff. One particular outfit with a 4500 mill that they stretched out to 40 foot long. So anyway, fire away with your questions in the comments. I'll try to answer them best I can. If we need to, we'll make another video and we'll do it all again. Hope this helps somebody. Y'all have a great day.